On today's collectible spot, while we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Minimates pack featuring Wolverine and Brood. Really neat to get a Brood finally in a Minimate form. We also get ourselves the classic yellow and brown costume Wolverine, which is something I've always wanted to see in a Minimate form. On the side of the package, we see Brood. On the other side, Wolverine. And on the back of the package, other figures, other Minimates that you can get in this set. We've got Colossus, Rogue, Wolverine, Brood, Dazzler, Longshot, and Brood Wolverine. I didn't actually get the Brood Wolverine, and truth be told, I'm happier to get the regular Wolverine. Not that there's anything wrong with Brood Wolverine, I'm not saying anything wrong with Brood Wolverine, but I am happier to get the brown Wolverine. Once again, this comes to us from the good folks at Art Asylum. You can go to www.artasylum.com, and you can go to Diamond Select Toys at www.diamondselecttoys.com. Check out some of the cool things that they've got in the way of Minimates and Marvel Select figures. And also their Star Trek jets. Their Star Trek ships are really cool. The read-up on Wolverine says, genetically blessed with accelerated healing, enhanced senses, and retractable claws, James Logan Howlett has fought in several wars and is now laced with indestructible adamantium, making him the best there is at what he does. Somewhat similar to Bret the Hitman Hart as well. The Brood are a parasitic alien race and frequent foe of the X-Men. They reproduce by implanting an egg inside a host body, which transforms the host into a new brood. If the host is a mutant, the brood acquires the host's mutant powers. It might stem from the fact that really I've always liked xenomorphs, so Brood was always one of my favorite X-Men villains. Not really technically a villain, it was more a species, but still, nonetheless, very cool indeed. I am going to take a break and get these two out of package, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Wolverine and the Brood. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. First, having a look at Wolverine of the set. Really neat and really refreshing to see Wolverine featured in his classic yellow and brown outfit. Back from when I was really reading the X-Men comics, this was the kind of Wolverine that I loved. Back in the day when he was just the side character, just out there wreaking havoc, just attack whatever thing was there, and it was before Wolverine really became the forefront character of the X-Men, and that was when it was disappointing. But I really like what they've done with the brown and yellow costume Wolverine here. His face is done exceptionally well, and we've gotten variations of the Wolverine face, some more grimacing than others, and this one actually works really, really well. We can see his teeth, and done exceptionally well. No real complaints at all. As with most Wolverines, you can remove the face. Look at the eyebrows going on this Wolverine. That is so cool. Don't worry if you don't want your Wolverine bald. He does also come with a hairpiece. We don't really want to say that Wolverine's got a hairpiece, though. No. You can snap that into place, and now you've got Wolverine with his classic hairstyle. Again, a piece that we probably have seen before with the Minimates, but always a nice welcome treat to get Wolverine with his vintage hair. No way in shape or form is that socially acceptable to have hair like that. As we learned with the first X-Men movie, when they tried doing that and then they realized, oh no, that just doesn't work on Wolverine. Let's just give him a little more simplistic hairstyle. But you definitely got to love that. Look at the sideburns and everything else going on that. That's awesome. As much as I love the face, it pains me to do so, but as much as I love the face, I mean, ideally for me, if I can get his hair back off, I still love him with the mask on. That's just me. That is just the way I roll. I love all the detail that they put in the legs too. Just the ripped muscles, the abs going on there. Of course, he's got the arm hair. You can't have Wolverine without arm hair. He does also come with another piece, and I feel so stupid for asking this. I have no idea what this is. Yes, it is a Wolverine face, mask to some extent. There's a hole on the bottom, which makes me almost think that it should be pegged into his abdomen. like where you would take this off and you would peg this into place. I don't know why. It probably has nothing to do with that at all, and I'm just making up stuff. Oh, I know what it is. See? Spot's brain is off sometimes. Absolutely off. This, I know what this is now. This would be for... Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This would be if you want to take Wolverine's head and unpeg it. Unpeg it. This is neat. Okay, now I see what they're doing. This is if you want to put Wolverine's hair like, or mask like that. Put his head on. And then you've got Wolverine with his mask down. That is so cool. So cool. Let's get his hair back on to finish the look. That is a neat look. And really interchangeable. You could use that with any of your Wolverine Minimates. A nice touch indeed. Diamond Select, I salute you. Let's take his head off though. Oops. Take his head off. And just take that piece off. I can't believe Spot. Sometimes you just have moments in your life where you do something and then later afterwards you think to yourself, what was I thinking? Why would I even say that? Yeah, I just had one of those moments. Just had one of those moments. Anyways, we'll just... If I had one of those Men in Black wands, I could just make everybody forget that. Anyways, in the way of his articulation, standard Minimate articulation, so Wolverine's head moves up and down, left and right. Problem with it being a mask on his head is that it moves around a lot too when you try to move the head. His arms on a ball joint, so they move back and forth, out. Bend at the elbows, rotation in the hand, rotation in the waist, legs go out, back, forth, bend at the knee, and finally a swivel in the foot. This foot's a little loose. That's not a big deal. You can easily remedy that by just putting a little bit of glue on that, making the joint a little larger, snapping it into place, and that foot's not going to go anywhere. Really like this Wolverine quite a bit. A lot of times we get a lot of yellow costumed Wolverines, like yellow and blue, so a nice refreshing change to see the classic brown and yellow duds on this guy. That I love. And this is a really, really neat Wolverine. So glad to add it to my collection. Brown and yellow costumed Wolverine, I'm going to give him an 8.5. Putting him down like so. Is he going to stand? Yes, he is. I still can't believe I botched that whole mask thing. Let's have a look at the Brood. This is ingenious what they've done here. They've taken essentially a standard Minimate body. So imagine Wolverine here. They've taken an upper torso piece and they've just put it over top of the torso, the square torso, and then they've given him additional arms. They've swapped the legs out for the tail, and then they've had additional legs pegged into that, and then of course they've put the head over top. If you were to take this head off, you would see a standard Minimate head. It's very similar, actually, not quite similar, but a very similar approach to what they did with the Ghostbusters Terror Dog, where they did that same idea. In also some regards, too, you would still be able to move the head, but you're really more or less moving the mask, not so much the head underneath. The tail would be able to move. And then the arms are all independently on ball joints, which will allow the arms to move out. There is a bend on every single leg where you can bend them via hinge. And it looks like there's a rotation on the ends as well. Some nice detail on the face with those classic Brood teeth. Almost looks like baleen on a whale. That's a horrible example, but I love these little small razor-like teeth on the Brood. You can see its gums, the teeth, the eyes there, nice yellow eyes. The symbol on the top there. The coloring is nice too, nice and vibrant. I would really love to get multiples of these Brood and just have them all over the place and have the X-Men Minimates fighting them. That would be very neat indeed. Now, the other figures I think in this wave as a whole, were good figures, really good figures. That one of the better waves of Minimates being for what you all get in them. But having a Brood is really neat, especially in a Minimate smaller scale, such as you see right here. I love this set. Really digging the Wolverine. Really loving the Brood. Brood, I'm going to give him an 8.5. Done exceptionally well, and it just goes to show what you can do with a Minimate body and just incorporating new aspects, just things that you can put over top of that body, and you get something like the Brood here. Very neat indeed. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Minimates. We're looking today at classic brown and yellow Wolverine. We're also looking at Brood. A 2-pack, really worth checking out. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Certainly stick around as well. There are more collectible spots heading your way. I'll see you guys next time.